Schools may be closed, but pupils' tummies are still needing feeding. Concerns have been raised over the well-being of children who rely on school for healthier nutritional meals. Now that it's holidays, what happens to all those in need? Corporate Social Responsibility Specialist from Mama's Alliance, Calisto Kondowe, joins us this morning to discuss this. Thank you very much for your time this morning. And I suppose it's something that we take for granted, where when a school is closed, we don't really consider that there are children who rely on essentials like food from that school. So what exactly does happen when we are sitting in term breaks as we are currently?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to the viewers. Maybe just to open up, I would like to just start with these terrible statistics that I found out. The World Food Program estimates that in every 10 seconds, one child dies because of malnutrition. This is really shocking to find that in every 10 seconds worldwide, one child dies. And then if you look at it, all the deaths that are happening to children, basically, it's half of them, they are because of hunger or malnutrition. So you see that children are at the risk of malnutrition worldwide. In South Africa, it's even worse. 27% of children are in chronic malnutrition. This is according to the Children's Institute at UCT. And you see that 10% of all the children in South Africa, they benefit from the ECD subsidy of 15 Rand. That is the nutritional meal that they are provided basically at ECD. And you see that there is the National School Feeding Program that actually happens to try and curb malnutrition, due to a number of reasons. For children to concentrate at school, then they need to have a health meal. For them to actually participate even in activities at school, they need healthy meals. But you look at it, there is holidays that have come in, the Easter holidays, which is supposed, we were supposed to take it as an opportunity to relax, as an opportunity to actually reconnect, regenerate. But you see that there are children that are now in dire need of food. Why? Because their only meal maybe was just that meal at school. But now the schools are closed. Where are they going to get that healthy meal? So they are, in as much as we are celebrating the holidays, there are people that are in desperate need of that one health meal that they used to have. And it's actually shocking to see that it's more than 6 million of these children in South Africa. So globally, it's 40 million, and 6 million of that 40 million is in South Africa. And it's quite shocking that we have such a huge number that is relying on the basic meal that they get at school.
6 million children in South Africa alone who are reliant on this, Calisto. Very worrying, as you say, indeed. So who steps in during the holiday period to assist these children to ensure that they are getting at least one meal a day?
We are very grateful in South Africa because of the NPOs or NGOs that are on the ground in communities. From our organization as Mama's Alliance, we have 37 independent organizations that operate in more than 100 sites all over the country. So we do actually provide healthy meals to these children. But actually, we cannot take pride, because we do have a number of corporates that actually funds these exciting initiatives. We have your Old Mutual Insurance that works with us in supporting the initiatives that we actually give in communities. We do have the Development Bank of South Africa and the Nestle, through their Nestle Healthier Kids program. We actually benefit from that, and they actually join hands in supporting these initiatives in local communities. You realize that these organizations, normally it's actually heroes from these communities that start such initiatives. So we are really grateful to have mamas around the country that have taken pride in actually making sure that they champion poverty in these areas. You see that it's not like the reason why NPOs are actually important, especially when the schools are closed like this. It's because, some children would have homeworks that they need to actually do. How will you be able to do your homework if your tummy is actually not fed? You realize that children cannot concentrate when they are not fed. So you see that we have all these heroes around the country which are working with our CSI companies that are generously giving to CSI, and you see that there are also individuals that are taking part in providing, be it they are taking part through their employee volunteer programs, or they're taking part as individuals in communities to assist maybe their neighbors and all those kind of things. We appreciate, because it's not only NPOs, but it's actually the goodwill of people in communities who believe in the spirit of Ubuntu. So we actually appreciate all these initiatives that are happening, including the work of the NPOs all over the country.
Thank you very much for that update, and it's very encouraging to know that 6 million children who are on a school break are not going hungry, and that there are efforts that are being made across the board, both in private and public institutions in their capacity, to make sure that those little tummies are being fed. That is Calisto Kondowe, who's from the CSR agency, the Mamas Alliance.